Walmart fall shoes. I hope you love shoes. It is a massive Walmart fall shoes try on. Either way, let's get into it. We are gonna break this down by category because there are just so many, and then that'll even help you if you're not interested in a certain category, you can kind of skip over it. So I have 4 categories for you. We're gonna start off very strong with the sneakers category. When I tell you I am struggling because I do not want to keep this many, and I cannot believe how many I like. I cannot say that enough. These are so good. I can't wait for you to see them. Are brand new for this fall. They already have 92 ratings and we're at 4.5 out of 5 stars. I do not disagree with that. I really like these. You know, one thing I like about them is that they fit definitely more snug on your foot, meaning they're not going to feel like a big clunky kind of oversized sneaker. Not that they look like that, but I know some people are just looking for certain things. Actually got a half size down from my normal size. I'm going to recommend not to do that. I went out of the gate doing that this year because a lot of the No Boundary sneakers last year, really the last couple years, have been a half a size too large. So I'm going to recommend that you get your normal size. They do come in a 6 through an 11. Most of those do have half sizes in between. I love this shade of brown. I feel like it's the perfect neutral brown. I love that there's kind of a mix of materials going on here. We've got nylon, faux suede, faux leather. They definitely are lightweight. I like the little bit of a bottom there with the treading. I think that's really cute. And they do come in 5 colors. Obviously, I like the brown the best. That's why I got them. But they do come in black. And most of these you do get the variation of material. They do have a metallic pair that you really don't get that variation. And then they also have a white pair with some black stripes. And then I also really do like the maroon with the red. I think that's kind of fun. And then there's like a little blue stripe down the side. So those would probably be my second choice. These are $24.98. Definitely recommend. I've not worn them around all day, but I would definitely try these. I do need to get my normal size though. I am obsessed. I love these. I am wearing these in my true size. I feel like they do run true to size. I would say that they run just a hair big, but not so much so that I would recommend going down a size, especially because a lot of these sizes don't come in half sizes. Some of them do, but not a lot. I would get your normal size. 6 through an 11. They come in 4 different colors. Obviously, I'm wearing the leopard. They come in chocolate. They come in a really pretty green color that has a little bit of a yellow accent. If you notice, the leopard has the red accent at the back. I really like that. And then there is a red pair that is all red. It has the gum sole that's clearly platform. They only have 1 rating so far, but it's 5 out of 5 stars for what it's worth. I would also probably give them a 5 out of 5 stars, maybe 4.5. I enjoy the fact that these are platform, but they're definitely not as heavy as typical platforms. You guys might remember those No Boundary ones from last season. Those were very heavy. Even the Madden NYC platforms from last season, definitely heavy. Like, I'm not here saying they're light, but they're light for a platform like this, in my opinion. And they are $40. Highly recommend. I'm loving all this leopard stuff. For me, leopard just never goes out of style. I love leopard, so I am here for it. And I think they do make quite the statement, especially when you get the leopard with the platform and just, they are yummy, yummy good. These look so much like the shoes that they've had the last couple of seasons that we all know and love. They are running true to size this year, so I did get my true size in this. I would get your true size even though in those other ones that look very similar to this, we are getting a size half down. These already have 11 ratings. I was stalking the website. They dropped these in 1 size and I was like, oh, these are coming. 4.5 stars. They come in a 6.5 through 11. They are $26.98. I absolutely love the shoe charms. If they're not for you, definitely don't get these because they're not removable, okay? But I love that it's already there. Like, if you're not somebody who's going to want to get shoe charms, decorate, and do all the things, you just kind of want it to be done for you. You only want it on 1 pair of shoes anyways. I feel like something like this would be perfect. And what really takes the cake for me is the fact that they have the leopard laces. Even amps up the fun level of these a little bit more. From what I can tell, these feel like they're going to be as comfortable to me as the other ones that we always talk about how comfortable they are. And most of you guys agree. They feel similar to me. I don't see a notable difference. I would just get your normal size. So absolutely love these. These are so cute. These are so nice. I bought them twice. No boundaries, fold over lace up sporty sneakers. These are very much similar to that style, the style that's been around for the last couple of years now, I believe. These I did go down a half a size and they actually were great. They come in the leopard. I'm in love with this leopard. I just don't need more. And I actually have a pair of leopard sneakers that are very similar to this without the fold over. I really like that they accented it with cream too. Like you can tell the sneakers, the laces are cream, the stripe, the back, and then the tongue. And then the zebra, I wasn't going to pick up, but I'm like, I love sneakers. You guys know sneakers are my weakness. And I'm like, these would be just really cute. And I don't have anything like that. I can't sit here and lie to you and tell you I don't have green sneakers because I do. But I don't have zebra, so love that for me. These have a 4.3 rating, over 11 reviews. They're $24.98. I do hope that they come out with more colors. I think they will. This is super specific, but I love that the tongue is almost like padded. Like there's almost like a little pillow of fluff right there. And I don't know, I just think it looks cute. These are super comfortable. If you haven't tried the other pair that doesn't have the fold down tongue that are just like this, I have them in almost every color. They're like my go-to comfortable sneaker. So I'm almost going out of my way to put these on because they're just so good and so comfortable. And I would say that they are kind of more like a medium wide foot friendly. My foot is kind of on the wider side of an average width foot. And I feel like there is a little bit more room in here. I wouldn't go as far to say that they're wide foot, but so if you're concerned about that, I'm sure that's helpful to know. Let me know if you like these. Are you gonna pick a pair up? Especially if you have the other ones. I'll be so curious to hear. A return for me. I don't think that they're bad. I think that they're cute. I really do like the color. The brown is more of like a cognac-y kind of a tan. They also do come in white. What really drew me to these is the fact that they had the double laces. I just thought that was so cute. I'll kind of go into why I don't love them, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take any old pair of sneakers that I already have and I'm going to do this double lace thing. How fun is this? I just think I've never thought of it. I've never tried it. So I would say that these run true to size. I'm wearing my true size and I feel like it fits pretty good. One reason I didn't love these is, for one, I didn't love to just look down and see how they looked on my foot. I just didn't think they looked cute. I don't know, you know how some shoes just don't make your foot look cute? That's kind of how I felt about these. They definitely are padded in the bottom, but then what I also found is they're very padded on the side. So I almost felt like the sides were thick, and because of that, I felt like it hugged my foot in a good way. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's in a bad way. It just felt weird to have all that padding from the side. I don't know, maybe it's just me. 35 ratings, 4.1 stars. They come in a 6 through an 11. They do have half sizes on these. They're $22.98, so they're a little bit less expensive than some of the other sneakers. So yeah, overall, I think they're cute. They're different. I mean, when you buy a million shoes for Wow Week and you have a limit of how many you're keeping for yourself, I'm talking about me here, in the third person. I can't keep them all, right? So these are definitely on the chopping block for me, but I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're bad quality. They're just not for me. I didn't know what a driving shoe was. We got introduced to that. Love that. And I'm going to do this double lace thing. Let me know if you kind of are feeling the same about this double lace thing. I'm definitely trying it. Oh, pardon the interruption. It is just me, your Wow Week host, Jen. I just wanted to take a quick pause and welcome you into the channel, welcome you into Wow Week. If you happen to be new here, my channel is all about helping you be your most confident self through style and fashion. We love to do a lot of affordable outfits on the channel, affordable fashion finds, all the good things. And if you love Walmart, this is the place to be, okay? I love Walmart. I love that you guys love Walmart. So although we do other things on the channel, I am definitely a Walmart heavy channel. So if that all sounds good to you, definitely subscribe. I always like to say subscribe if you're awesome. And what is Wow Week? It stands for Week of Walmart. And essentially what this means is I upload a bunch of Walmart videos all in a row, typically seasonally, and it's almost like I am bringing the store to you. I typically section out the videos, so I have lots of really good things in store for you for this Wow Week, like all jeans, all shoes, etc. But definitely subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of Wow Week. If you are finding this somewhere in the middle, go check out the rest of it. Stay tuned for the rest of it. Go check out the prior videos. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos. Click the notification bells so that you can be notified every single time a Wow Week video goes live or when I upload in general. I am going to list and link everything for you in 3 places. We've got 3 places now. The YouTube description box, which is if you click the title of the video and then that opens up a box and then you'll get access to all of the links. And I will also put them in a pinned comment. And then I think our favorite way to shop now and most convenient way is the little on-screen YouTube shopping feature kind of as you go along. It makes it nice and convenient. So I will put them everywhere that I can, just to make everything nice and convenient for you. And if you are looking in any of the lists, I do put everything by number so that you can find it pretty quickly and simply. And if you do decide to use my links, I cannot thank you enough. That really does help out me and my channel. When you do that, it's a free way to support my content, and I can never thank you enough for doing so. So a big shout out to you for using my links. And let's keep going with the video. You guys, when I tell you I am in trouble with this haul, like this is bad. And I know you probably think I'm joking. I'm really not. I laid these all out on my floor thinking, okay, well, at minimum, Jen, like let's try to keep a third of these. Like I like so many of these. I do not know how I'm going to decide. So putting these on, I was thinking, oh, these aren't going to be that cute. They're really cute. I really specifically would love these for gym wear or for taking walks. They've got like a nice thick sole for that. I love that they have kind of the different textures here, kind of that swishy vinyl with more of a faux suede, the nice chunky sole. I wouldn't quite call it a platform. Love the accenting of this. I'm in love with this blue color. It's like a very moody blue. Actually reminds me of the color of my car. Love me some moody blue. But these also come in green. Love the green. Please stay away, Jen. They come in red. They also come in white and black. I don't like those as much. I mean, can I at least not like something? Thank you so much. I'm wearing these in my true size. I feel like they feel ever so slightest running a little bit big, but I don't think I'd tell you to recommend a size down because probably you're going to wear something like this with certainly a sock, maybe even a little bit of a thicker sock if you do them with gym wear or whatever. I'd get your normal size. I didn't have these on with a big sock, so there definitely is room for that. I just love the retro design of these. They've got 4.7 stars, 17 ratings. They're $22.98, which I think is a nice price point. I wouldn't call them heavy, but they're certainly not light. They're not airy feeling necessarily, but they really do feel like substantial for walking. I haven't done that yet. These I'm thinking of keeping by my back door, which is where I grab and go when we go take walks and stuff. That's what I'm thinking for these, but they're so cute. They're stylish. Talked about the colorful sneaker movement, if you will. Is it a movement? Should we make it a movement? I think that we should. I think the more and more they don't look like overly athletic, there's something about that I like. And these are a really great kind of vintagey, athletic looking style shoe, giving monochromatic vibes. There's just something about that I really like. I think it looks fresh, different, new. That's ironic to say because they're retro, but you feel me. I've made too many voiceovers today. Okay. These are $40. They do come in a 6 through an 11, some half sizes in there. You might notice there is also a leopard. I gotta tell you though, from having not seen either one of them, I like the No Boundaries Foldover leopard ones better. I think I like them better because they have cream laces and a cream tongue, and I just think it overall is a cuter look. They also come in silver. The pair that I picked here, I particularly liked because I recently got a pair of free assembly sneakers last season that were cream, and I could not believe how much I apparently was craving cream sneakers. Apparently this was a void that I didn't know needed to be filled. So I saw these, loved the style, and then I was like, oh, they're cream. I honestly wear this maroon burgundy style color all the time, so I do think I'll get a lot of wear out of these. They do run true to size. I like that they have the ridges all over them here. I just think that's a nice touch. I love me a unique fun lace, meaning it's not just like a white lace, and honestly I think for these sneakers, it really kind of makes the shoe because you've got the color tie-in with the stripe on the side and then the laces, but then there's kind of some dimension to these because of those ridges and the gum sole. These are very comfortable, like notably comfortable. So I really can't say enough about how comfortable they are. It says that they're a memory foam insole padded sock. What does that mean? I guess maybe the whole encasing or something. And I would say that in terms of weight, these are one of the lighter ones. I'm not going to go as far to say they're lightweight, but they're one of the lighter ones of all the sneakers that we've seen. Madden NYC, I feel like I'm very happy with the quality on almost everything that I get from them. But yeah, recommend these. Love. These are not bad in any way, but it's like I've got to cut it off somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Okay. These are $26.98. They do come in 3 colors, whole sizes only, which kind of sucks. I am wearing my true size, and I would say that they do run true to size. I'm wearing the red. They also have them in black. To be honest, if I had to do it again with these, which I'm not going to because again, too many that I like here, I would get the all black. There's something about having the black sole on the red, but then in the black, it's just like black, 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 black. It does have a white on the side, but I don't know, it's kind of, I don't even know, just a cool look, particularly if you are wearing these for workout and you had them on with like black leggings. Like I just think it would be an overall really cool look because they're almost more black than most black sneakers. I think that's what I'm trying to get at here. Like they don't have a white sole or a gum sole, they have a black sole. So they also come in white as well. Everything does still have the black sole. These have 4.4 stars, 15 ratings. I can't say anything bad about these in terms of comfort. I feel like they are very comfortable, like noticeably comfortable, which makes sense actually because they are Avia, the workout brand. They have memory foam, and it does say they have durable rubber outsole, which adds traction. Okay, good to know. Actually, you know what they do? They do have more traction on the bottom. I kind of just noticed it. The one negative for me is that I just feel like they kind of look weird on my foot. The front part is smaller than where kind of the bulk of my foot goes, where the laces goes. It just looks awkward maybe on my foot at least. So that's why I don't love them, but otherwise they're fine. You could even say that they're great. There's really nothing bad to say about them except that Walmart does good on a lot of things and they have some better ones than this in my opinion, even though that there's nothing wrong with these. So that is that on that. I finally found a pair, you guys, that I can part with. Doesn't mean I don't recommend these. I'll specifically talk about why. These are very cute. Love the color. Actually picked this color because I don't have a lot this color. They call it pink, but to me it's a little bit more of a purple. They also come in black, very pretty kind of cornflowery, cobalty blue. Love that color. They come in a gray, light gray, kind of boring, but to be honest, I feel like I don't have a lot of sneakers or see a lot of sneakers in that color, so also like that color as well. And then they have green, which we know I love green. So they come in a 6 through an 11. I am wearing a half size down from my normal size. I'm kind of in the middle on these. I'm normally a 7. The 6.5 does fit me. These are the type of shoes I typically would wear as slip-ons. So for that reason, I always say like if they slip on, they also slip off. So I often will size down, but if I was gonna wear these with chunkier socks or something and not wear them as slip-ons, I would probably get your normal size. They're definitely very comfortable. They've got the memory sole. I feel like all their stuff has memory sole now, which is fantastic. They're $24.98. They have 19 ratings, 4.5 stars. For me, these are just a bit chunky, which of course I knew, but I still wanted to try them. The tongue specifically is very padded, but yeah, these are good. Are they great in my opinion? No. They're going back for me, but hey, they're not bad. And if you're looking for this, they're cute. These were definitely a favorite of mine last season. I have the lighter green version as well as the yellow. Believe it or not, I wear the yellow all the time. Way more than I thought I would. The yellow is still fully available. It is on clearance for $17.99. The new colors for this year are black and it's kind of a mixed fabric, meaning it's kind of vinyl-y looking faux leather along with faux suede. And then they have a burgundy, which looks like it's all faux leather. Mine, which are all faux suede, emerald green, they're calling it. And I actually really like the blue ones. I probably should have ordered those. It's a very dark blue, kind of cobalt blue accented with lighter blue, and they are also faux suede. These come in a 6 through an 11 with some half sizes in here. For me, they do run at true to size. I particularly notice about these that they're lightweight, even more so than the No Boundary ones that we talk about. They're very comfortable. I would say like they are second behind the No Boundaries, like the little gum sole or partial gum sole with the stripe on it and kind of that treading. I think that's really cute. These do have 4.6 stars, 117 reviews. They are $34, but let me know if you have these, if you like them. I just love these. We've come to my favorite sneakers that I think I have ever bought at Walmart. So these are the No Boundaries lace-up sport sneakers. I am pleased to announce that these now come in a regular width and a wide width. They're also now in 18 different colors. Just kind of looking what I think looks new, because again, these have been around for a couple years now. It looks like the snakeskin is definitely new for fall. Maybe this burgundy white, maybe also the navy I think is new, because before they just had the navy and the blue. So I have these in multiple colors. sneakers. I'm just going to throw up lots of footage that I had from when they were all new and clean because they are all worn. I mean, they've worn well, don't get me wrong, but I didn't clean them up for this video, so to speak. So I have lots of outfit inspo for all of these. They come in a size 6 through an 11. These are ones where I would recommend going down a half size. I feel like they do run a little bit big. I'm thinking they're probably going to come out with even more colors because I feel like every season they come out with almost like 5 new colors. These have 6,154 ratings, 4.7 stars. I mean, that is so good. I don't know that I've ever seen something reviewed so highly at Walmart. I've been buying these, I think, since they were $19.98 because they're now $22.98. They've been around for a while. If you love them, let us know in the comments so that anyone that isn't familiar with these can just see how absolutely incredible these are without taking my word for it necessarily. So yeah, they have a memory foam insole. You can definitely tell they're not puffy all around like some of the other things that I've been mentioning earlier. I have worn these all day and they've been completely perfect. Better than some other branded name sneakers that I have. They've been more comfortable than that. So pretty incredible. And I love to see that they now come in a wide width. I'm so glad that colorful sneakers are getting their proper moment right now because I've always loved them, especially when it's more of like a monochromatic color. To me, that just looks so cute with a trouser or a dress. It makes it look less of, oh, I'm wearing sneakers. You know what I mean? It almost dresses them up to a degree. And then not to mention, it really opens everything up for you. When you can get out of the habit of wearing either black pants or blue jeans and, you know, white shoes or black shoes or brown shoes, I just feel like there are so many fun, interesting color combinations. And I stop at nothing, no accessory, no anything in order to kind of mix and match all of that up. Like if I can get another color up in my hair with a hair clip, I try to do everything. And that certainly includes shoes. So love this, love the affordability of these, the comfortability of these. They've lasted for me. The one thing I have not done is I don't think I've put these through the laundry. Let me know if you've washed these. Did that go well for you? I'd be curious to know that. I mean, I just can't recommend these enough. I hope it's coming across that way because these are so good. Next up, also strong, workwear shoes. So anything that's kind of leaning into like, I'd wear this to work, or maybe it's a heel. I don't even something you wouldn't necessarily wear to work. That's what kind of how I'm categorizing these. Also, so good. Like again, wow, I'm really just blown away. I cannot wait to show you. I am a corporate girly. If you are too, let me know that down in the comments. I love getting dressed up for work and I found some good stuff. So let's do it. These come in 4 different colors. Black. They come in a brown. It looks like a very warm chocolatey style brown, almost like hinting at a red undertone. And those look more like a faux suede. And then mine are called olive. Actually, no, they're just green, but I feel like they're supposed to be an olive green. They come in whole sizes 6 through an 11. I'm wearing my true size 7. I would say these are running a little small. I don't know that I would want to go up a full size, especially considering there are not half sizes here. I feel like my foot is right at the back, maybe just slightly hanging off the edge. So I don't know. I mean, I obviously don't like that look, but I also cannot stand when shoes like this, especially slingbacks, you're walking out of them. I'd almost rather it look funny with my foot hanging off just ever so slightly than walking out of them and then I can't walk. I actually really appreciate that these have more of like a rubber bottom that are not making all kinds of noise when you walk. I hate when I just make all this noise when I walk around. Only have 1 rating, but they had 3 stars. So I had to go down and look because I do like these. So they talked about the color, how it's not really an olive. I guess it's technically not calling itself an olive. I do agree that it's not as rich of an olive green. I'm a green lover though, so that's just me. Like I love all shades of green. Green is my favorite color to mix and match. There was also concern over them being a little bit too small, so already talked about that. They talked about in here the buckles. All 3 of them are operable, so I think that's nice, and they all have that little bit of stretch underneath them, that elasticizedness, you know, underneath where the buckle goes. So I feel like that's really good because it does bring a level of comfort to them. When I first tried these on and unboxed them, my top buckle strap was also kind of straight and maybe a little funny looking. The reviewer talks about this. If you just kind of take it and make a little U shape where it creates that little bit of a loop, it then will lay flat. It's generally fine. I don't know how it looks in the footage, but I'm looking at them now and they're fine. There is a little bit of padding here and there's a tiny little bit of a heel. I mean, barely. I love shoes like this. I do recommend these. I like these. I think they're comfortable. I think a lot of the stuff that the person said is valid, so I'm not disagreeing with that. The fact that they run a little bit small, the fact that the straps are a little bit funny, but if you do the trick that I'm telling you, I think it'll be fine. And the fact that they are not a rich olive, I don't disagree with any of that, but I do still like them regardless. I love stuff like this as a corporate girl because to me, these are very, very office appropriate, very professional, just as professional maybe as heels because they've got the nice buckles and the straps and their pointed toe. For me, it's really the pointed toe that does that. I just love wearing stuff like this for workwear. I do recommend. I absolutely adore these. They do have a little bit of a taller heel, 3.9 inches, but given that, I honestly find them to be pretty comfortable. So they're interesting. They're lace, but there is kind of a reinforcement of the lace. Almost like they're lace with an inner mesh reinforcement. So you can still see through it, but given that, they do give some breathability and some bendability. You can kind of like even see how my feet wiggle around in there. So I actually really like that. In terms of the sizing, I'm gonna go ahead and say they are true to size, but it does make me a little nervous with backs like this that are only stretchy because I feel like you almost need them to be a little bit tight just to ensure that you're not going to walk out of them. They only come in this color and I'm just sort of surprised at how comfortable they are. Toe box is comfortable. I think they're kind of like sexy because they're lace, but again, another really cute way to make workwear a little more fun. I would definitely wear these to work to jazz up kind of a plain outfit maybe. Would be adorable for date night, girls night, any of the things. I like the ribbon, I'll just call it. It's not a ribbon actually, but in the back, I just think that adds like a little bit of something extra, a touch of sportiness to balance out the femininity of the overall look here. They're $38. They don't have any reviews so far, but I would definitely rate these high because I think they're very comfortable, very cute, and very sexy. I just love these. I have them in leopard. They do also come in black. I'm somewhat heel averse. Not that I can't wear heels. I can, but I'm always looking for a game plan. Like, okay, I'm wearing these heels today. They're like 4-inch heels. Okay, definitely have to bring sneakers. Definitely have to bring flats. I have to bring something to change into so I can wear them, but it's not without no other thought. For me, something like this is the absolute perfect heel. They are pointy toe, which I absolutely love. I think that's dressy for corporate gen. Hi, hello. They do run true to size. And for me, the perfect heel height because they're taller than a kitten heel. I think we can all agree heels look good, right? They look sharp, they look good. I love a pump. I feel like these kind of give you a little bit more of the look of a 3.5, 4-inch heel because they definitely are taller than a kitten heel, but you're not having to sacrifice on how comfortable they are. They do have a padded insole. You can definitely feel it. For me, it does not push on my toe. I think the toe box is fine. Again, I'm on the wider side of an average width foot. 2.8-inch heel height. It's apparently my perfect heel height. When you're wearing these with a pair of flared trousers, you're going to look down, you're going to feel like you're still wearing heels. At that point, you almost can't even tell unless you have more of a crop on or a skirt on or whatever, but just absolute perfection to me. I might get the black. I don't need these at all in the black. I can't recommend these enough. They don't have any ratings yet. I give them 5 out of 5 out of 5 out of 5 stars, and they're $38. I feel like it's a little steep on price, but highly recommend. And they kind of have like a microfiber feel. Like you look, it's like, oh, is that textured? It's not. It doesn't have the hair on it, but they're also not a weird fake leather either. They're reminding me of a couch, of a microfiber couch. That's what it's giving, microfiber couch. Okay. These come in a faux patent leather in the black, like I'm wearing, and they also come in red. So I'm wearing these in my true size 7. For me, they're a little bit tight in the toe box. I hate walking out of stuff like this. So for me, with this one, I would say that they're kind of true to size, but leaning small. I might try them in a 7.5 because these do come in half sizes. If they were only whole sizes, I don't think that they run small enough that I'd probably say go up a full size. So take that for what you will. I'd be curious, maybe because I like the red, maybe I'll try ordering the red in a 7.5. I feel like No Boundaries has really been killing it recently with more, dare I say, grown-ups type of stuff, because you know they're more of like a youth brand. Youth is not the word. Teenager brand? What do I want to say here? These are $28.98, kind of an interesting price point. They are definitely not wide foot friendly. I do like how they make my foot feel in terms of just the general elongatedness of the front. They are a kitten heel. They're 1.5 inches. I think I was dogging on kitten heels earlier, but I love kitten heels. Don't get me wrong. I wear them a lot actually for work. I typically wear pointed toe flats, ballet flats, kitten heels or kitten heel mules, which are also in this video, or my perfect heel height, which are those leopard pumps that I'm obsessed with by Madden NYC. These don't have any ratings. I would definitely give them probably like a solid 4. Might consider rating them higher if I knew if the 7.5 fit me a little bit better, because then I'd really be able to gauge the comfort level. I do want to point out the zipper, such a cute little fun element, you know, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, just like you add that little pizzazz. It's non-operable, not that it looks like it's operable, but I do want to mention that the zipper pull actually does flop around, like right here. That's the sound of the zipper pull. So I think it's cool that it's not like frozen in place. The zipper itself is, but really cute. Seem very nicely constructed, especially for no boundaries. For me, Scoop Free Assembly, Madden NYC are a little bit elevated compared to Time and True. And then I'd say another step down would be No Boundaries. These to me seem more like a Time and True shoe, if that helps, if you're super familiar with Walmart brands. But yeah, recommend these, love. Maybe consider going up a half a size, maybe. These are the brown and white spotted. I feel like this pattern is just very trendy right now. I really like these. I didn't know that I would. I personally thought the band that goes over the top of your foot, I was like, is that going to look weird? Because it is how it looks in the photo. It's thick, it's padded, it's kind of like, I don't know. It is a little bit of a different look, but I still love them. And you know how shoes like this can sometimes flop off of your feet? They're not doing that. This band is, of course, preventing that. Does it have to be padded to prevent that? Of course not, but it is preventing that, which is great. I did go up a half a size in these, as I typically do in mules, and I feel like that was the right choice here. They do come in a 6 through an 11 and they're $40. They also do come in leopard, and they also come in a very rich brown color. The heel height is 1.5 inches. I'm gonna keep these. I'm in big trouble, y'all, because I try to give myself some level of a max, especially on shoes, because they're my weakness, maybe 10. I've liked so many of these shoes. Workwear wise, this is exactly what I mean when I say I just try to jazz up workwear with just small little touches, interesting color pairings, nothing that's too crazy, but you add something that's more of a professional look like this, but then it's leopard print, it's the brown and white spotted. It just makes it fun. Take your everyday workwear, but just with a little bit of a twist. So love these. They also honestly look cute with jeans. They have 5 out of 5 stars over 7 reviews. They're very comfortable. They don't squeeze the toe, and I just feel like they're easy to walk in. So great. And if you are worried about walking, you're worried about heels, any of that stuff, these will work for you. I promise these will work for you. Fall boots. We all love a good fall boot. I tried several tall boots on for you. So if you are a wide calf girly like me, definitely stick around to see what works, what doesn't work, and what is looking good for the cooler weather this fall. Time and True stretch booties. This is the perfect name for them because you really can feel the stretch. They stretch on, so there's that. But even when your foot is in there, it is very comfortable. I wouldn't go as far as to say these are full-on wide foot friendly. I have sort of a wider side of an average width foot, and they're very comfortable. Like the top is stretchy. That feels very comfortable. It's not like cutting you off at that height. Sometimes it does that when you're walking around. You kind of feel it cut in. I'm wearing the color burgundy. They do come in 2 colors, also black. They don't come in half sizes, unfortunately, but they do run true to size. I'm wearing my normal size 7. To just mirror, I swear I had boots like this 20 years ago when I was just getting into the corporate world. I feel like I wore boots like this. I don't know. I could be wrong, but they're coming back around. I feel like the little square toe, kind of like the coffin style toe, I feel like it's very timeless anyway. I like the little seam that goes up the middle. The block heel is very, very comfortable, but I think because of just the slightly little bit way that it's shaped different, I feel like it just gives it just a tiny little bit of sass and just a little bit of something. They say it's 2.9 inches. I'm looking, it only has 1 review. It has 4 out of 5 stars. If you stand for work or anything like that, I think that these will be really, really great. Or if you're heel averse, highly recommend. Madden NYC faux suede heeled Western booties. I am wearing these in my true size 7, and they come in a 6 through 11 with some half sizes in there. You know how that goes. I am wearing the color sand, but they also do come in black. The black is more of a leather style feel, where the tan is more of a suede style feel. These are actually very comfortable. The heel height is great. It's 2.95 inches and it's a contoured heel. I think just given that it's under 2.3 inches, and even the way that it is thicker and the way that it contours like that, I think just makes it a little bit more comfortable because it comes in a little bit more from your heel towards the inside of your foot. I do find that they run true to size. For me, it's always like a wide calf thing. Is it working? Is it not working? This, I think it's borderline for me. So I honestly thought these were probably a little bit shorter. And then when I saw them, knowing they weren't wide calf, I was thinking, oh gosh, I don't know if these are going to fit. However, they do fit. I feel like they could be looser. Don't get me wrong. So if you have similar calves to me, my calves are a size 16. The zipper goes part of the way up. I feel like zippers that do that don't do much. I don't know. I mean, I guess they do something, but it feels like I would prefer it if it went the whole way up. Overall, these are a little bit pricey. They're $50. I feel like that's certainly a high point for Walmart. Maybe not as uncommon with Madden NYC, but I think I'd prefer if they were more like $35. That's just my opinion. They'll probably go on sale at some point. But overall, these surprised me. I do really like them. And Walmart this fall has a ton of Western boots, and these were definitely one of my favorites, hence why I picked them up, and I was not disappointed. These are my kind of boots. I love these, and I love the grungy gray taupe color of these. They're just fabulous. They're called brown, but how I describe them is more accurate, IMO. Mine are clearly a little bit more of a, what I call them, suede. I feel like they're just almost slightly textured, or I don't know what to call them. My point is the black are very much a faux leather look. So the buckles are operable. I found them to be fine, meaning I don't think you're going to have to mess with them a lot. It is kind of nice that it doesn't have laces. They run true to size. They come in a 6 through an 11 with some half sizes sprinkled in there. They're $45. So far, they have 5 stars over 3 reviews. They're very substantial feeling without feeling overly heavy. I'm not saying that they're lightweight at all. However, feel like a solid shoe. They're very comfortable. They've got sort of that block heel with the overall combat platform going on, but the heel itself, they don't feel like you're wearing a heel, which I know for me, that's very important. The block heel said that it's 2.3 inches. They have zippers along the side. The buckles are kind of a little bit for show. Obviously, you can get them to a width and all that that's comfortable for you, but once you set it, you can kind of forget it, set it and forget it. Madden NYC, they knock it out of the park every single time, usually. Highly recommend. Love these. I kind of lumped everything that didn't fit into a category into this one. I'm just calling it kind of casual fall footwear. And I have a couple of things to show you for this category. So they brought a pair back from last year that I might as well talk about again because they restocked them and in even more colorways. So these are the Madden NYC platform lined slip-on mules. I like these and I still have them. I kept them. They definitely run small, so I would go up a size. I struggled to style them outside of wearing them like around the house as slippers. And that just might be the fact that I do have the leopard version. They do now also come in chocolate, which has almost little gems all over it. They come in the regular tan, they come in a furry kind of Sherpa cream, and then they also come in black. They don't have half sizes, so they're 6 through 11. I want to say I paid $38 last year. They're now $40.25. I feel like that's not a typical price that you see with the 25 cents going. 3.9 stars over 152 reviews. These are definitely not heavy either. They're lightweight. For me, they're just giving more of a slipper or, oh, I'm going to run to the grocery store and I'm wearing a cute little sweatpant outfit, or honestly, maybe even an ugly sweatpant outfit. Doesn't really matter, right? It's just the grocery store. They're giving slipper, but they're technically an outside shoe, so they're very comfortable. Probably do something like that versus really try to go all out and style something like this, because I really did struggle. But if you have any ideas, I would be curious to hear. Overall, I like struggle to style, but they're really cute for slippers. They're really cute for kind of bumming around. But yeah, highly recommend. Anybody else loving the mesh ballet style flats? I've just been really into them. I have a bunch now. These are $24.98 at the time of filming. They are on sale, so definitely check the link. They do come in 5 colors. Mine are burgundy, but we've also got black, blue. Ooh, I like the blue. There's brown, and then there's also pink. The pink definitely looks almost like a mauve-y rose kind of a pink. They come in a 6 through an 11 with most sizes coming with half sizes in between. We've got 21 ratings, 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think what makes these really cute is almost the 3D aspect to them, if you want to call it that, where floral charms are sequins and they're kind of, protruding off 3D style of the shoe. I just think it adds really nice dimension. And then of course the mesh. The mesh is great because it really does allow your foot to breathe. Obviously, like in the depths of fall, depending where you live, it's going to be too cold. I think they're really great for even the summer. I know we're not really talking about summer in this video, but they are a really great transitional kind of shoe for that. I find the buckle to be very comfortable. I wouldn't say that these are wide foot friendly. They do have some nice cushion on the bottom. I find them to be comfortable. And although they look like they would be super bendy, I don't think that they're really that bendy. I talk a lot about that when it's sort of a wimpier looking shoe, if you will. They don't feel overly bendy to me. I hate when shoes are like you can fold them in half. Love these. Highly recommend. I think they look super cute with workwear. Fun way to kind of jazz that up. And then they are really cute with jeans too. I have a bunch of these. Definitely keeping these. And I think the color stories on this one have a good selection as well. So highly recommend. Mary Jane loafers. I am wearing these clearly in the white, but really it is an ivory. They call it white, and they do also come in black. They're in a 6 through an 11. I'm wearing my true size. They do run true to size. I know that if you are new here, you're probably like, does this chick like everything? Usually not. I tell you guys all the time about stuff I do not like and why I maybe like this, but not that. But this is a particularly bad situation here for me. Okay. These are $22.98. I don't know that I'd wear them outside of workwear. Maybe I would. What would you wear these with? If you're going to wear them with jeans, I'll be curious to know. They don't have any ratings yet. I can tell you they're very comfortable, surprisingly comfortable. They do have a memory foam insole. Maybe that's why. And it's quite apparent. You do feel that. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I really like the color. Here we are, yet another pair that I think is good and I recommend. Time and True strappy Western block heel shoes. I ordered these. I was like, maybe. And I'm pleasantly surprised. I really like these. The color is gorgeous. I would say it's not quite a burgundy. It's almost more like a dark red versus burgundy maroon. I find them to be very comfortable. They come in a size 6 through 11, no half sizes. I am wearing my true size. Each of those buckles are operable and they all have that little bit of stretch underneath, that like little pull that they have. I find this to really help them be comfortable because not only do they have a little pull there, you can make sure you strap and buckle them to your shoe size, whatever your width is, all that stuff to make them the most comfortable they can be. And then what's great about them is they have the zipper on the back so that you never have to readjust them once you kind of get it down. So I'm obviously wearing the red pair and they do come in a brown kind of more cognac style as well. Would you guys wear these to work? I feel like I would. To me, whenever I see Western, I don't automatically think, oh, I'll wear those to work, but I feel like I really would wear these and they're very comfortable because of that block heel. They do have 23 ratings so far, 4.6 stars. So people be liking these and they are $28.98. They feel like a faux suede. Even the pointed toe for me, it's not too compromising. It feels completely fine. So I like these. And if you're going to wear these with jeans, what would you do? Would you wear them with crop jeans? I'd be curious to know because I'm thinking workwear, but I would love to know how to also wear these casually. Let me know how you would go about it. I'll be curious to hear. But yes, recommend these too. Love them. I think they should also come in black. I think that'd be perfect. I am not sure what we have here, if this is an early fall preview, but I am loving these. If you can't tell, they are mesh. They do come in 2 different colors. This is obviously the green. They also come in kind of like a pink beigey situation. They do run true to size and they're $22.98. This is kind of what the bottom's looking like. Not perfect, but I absolutely love these. And that's embroidered if you can't tell. Completely sewn in. So cute. No Boundaries, faux suede, Mary Jane sneakers. Call me crazy, but I am in love with these. It's like if a sneaker crossed with a ballet flat. I just think that they are so cute. For whatever reason, I'm definitely into the Velcro sneakers. I did recently do a TJ Maxx haul where I showed Velcro sneakers, and I love those too. $19.98. Love that. 13 ratings so far, 4.8 stars. Got a half size down from my normal size. They do feel a little bit tight, so I would personally recommend to get your normal size. These are brand new for the fall, but they, I think, are popular. It's not just me that like them. Let me know if you like them down in the comments, but really, really cute. They're They're very simple, neutral. They've got kind of white gray going on. I like that the Velcro is a more dainty Velcro, if you will. The other Velcro sneakers that I recently got are much wider. So I almost like there's a little bit more of a dainty touch to these. I feel like these would look cute on like a workwear Friday kind of situation. They are comfortable. I don't know that I would wear these to walk around all day. They might be fine. You can definitely tell that there's padding in there, but they're not the most comfortable. They come in a size 6 through an 11, $19.98. I think I did already say that. Hard to find, so definitely check in store, but these are just oh so cute. I really hope that they come out with more colors. Madden NYC faux suede leopard print platform buckle clogs. They come in a 6 through an 11. There's a couple half sizes thrown in there. I'm obviously wearing the leopard. They do come in 2 other colors. They come in tan and a very dark brown. So dark it's almost hard to discern between the black, thicker sole and the brown. I typically size up and stuff like this. I did that here. I don't know that I needed to. So I'm wearing a half size up from my normal size. Anytime there's sort of a lip at the back like that, or it's a mule, I kind of just like to be on the safer side, but I feel like these are definitely still roomy, and I'm thinking I'd probably wear these with like a big thick sock, so given that, they probably might work out better in a half size up. They're definitely wide foot friendly. I think the fact that they're leopard, the fact that they've got a nice little platform going on them, a foot and a half. The platform is a foot and a half. Cool. An inch and a half. Yes. I like these. I'm doing all my try-ons with a pair of barrel-y style jeans. I struggle to style barrel jeans in terms of shoes. I know they look good with ballet flats, and I'm thinking they look cute with clogs actually. And I think clogs are hard to style. So it's like, I think barrel jeans are hard to style and clogs are. So if you can find something that goes together, that's great. Because when you don't have baked in style ideas like that, it just makes you avoid stuff in your closet, and then you really want to wear it, but you don't know how to wear it, and it takes like mental energy to figure all that out. So anyway, these are $38. They have 275 ratings, 4.6 stars. Highly recommend. I don't think they're as heavy as they look. I don't particularly think they're heavy considering how heavy they actually give off. They're giving heavy, but they're only feeling medium. All right, that is gonna do it for this video. I am so excited to hear which was your favorite item down below in the comments, so definitely let me know. And I can't wait to keep the conversation going down in the comment section. If you are still here, I cannot thank you enough for watching all the way to the bitter end of the video. It really helps out me and my channel when you stay until the end. And to let me know that you are still here, please leave me a heart emoji or the secret video word of giving heavy. Don't forget to subscribe if you are awesome, and click the notification bell so that you don't miss the rest of Wow Week. I am gonna link up all of the Wow Week videos and the Wow Week and Walmart playlist here for you so that you can make sure that you don't miss any of the videos, any of the uploads. Catch up if you're behind, all the good things. I love doing this every single season to bring the store to you, just to make it easier to shop. And, you know, we get to hang out and have fun with it. It's just so great. I will definitely see you soon, you know, in the next Wow Week video. And, you know, thank you so much for watching. Bye.